What's up, guys? My name is Tilly, and I wanted to do like a YouTube video, but I didn't know what kind of YouTube video I wanted to do since I don't have a computer anymore, so I can't play any gaming videos for a while. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to show you guys some of the LPS from my childhood, and I'm going to share their lore and what they're like, because they have personalities and they've been through a lot. So we'll have to start off with my mascot. Her name is Alyssa with one S. Alyssa and all of her friends are basically they were in a hype house, but before it was hype house. Like hype house, they got their idea from my LPS, because my LPS did it first. And this is like circa 2012 to like 2016, or I'd say like circa 2010 to circa 2016 is around the time that we were actively doing this storyline, me and my best friend. So Alyssa, she's the main girl. She's my character. She's my mascot, right? Alyssa is popular. She's famous. She does social media. She does acting. She does everything, okay? She's a singer, actress, YouTuber, like YouTube. She does everything. Now, the second most important character is Lauren. Lauren was my best friend's character. She is best friends with Alyssa. They are the main girls of our storyline. They're both super famous. They do it all. And them two, along with all of their best friends, all live in this big mansion of LPS houses. We would like set up all of our LPS houses like in a row, so where like they all had big ass rooms and shit. So, Anthony, better known as Tom Dawson, is Alyssa's long-term boyfriend. However, before she got together with Tom, she was with just about every dude in her friend group until Anthony came along. Anthony was a late addition. My mom bought him for me for $40. So he was a late addition. So she was with a lot of different dudes in her friend group. She got around a little bit before Tom came along. She got with Devon, who is still single. They dated for a while. And yes, he's a boy. The pink one's a boy. I don't want to hear it. The pink one's a boy. She was with Devon for a while. Some of the other dudes I unfortunately don't have anymore. But yeah, Lauren, her boyfriend, her long-term boyfriend is Cole. They have a super, super healthy relationship. I don't think either of them ever cheated or anything. I don't recall any cheating scandals when I was a kid. I don't recall any cheating scandals. So yeah. And obviously all the girls are friends and all the boys are friends. So they're all buddies. Corbin was kind of like a side boy. He's a little quiet. He's really smart and nerdy. He dated Taylor for a little while until Taylor realized she was a lesbian. So after Taylor found out she was a lesbian, Corbin became single, and he still is. And she got with Courtney. So her and Courtney are now still together, because Taylor was like, I'm a lesbian. Then we have two side characters that pop up every now and then. We've got Dixie and we have Mabel. They are both models who travel a lot more than the core group does. They travel a lot more than they do. They stay in the hype house. Also, they also go to high school. They're famous and they like do all this stuff, but they also go to high school. So I don't know what that was about. These two are a little bit older, I assume. I feel like Dixie and Mabel would be a little bit older than the core group because they're like full-time models and they're traveling all the time. They also have the same manager as the core group. Their manager is none other than Mr. Fart. And Mr. Fart has an assistant. Kiwi the bird is his assistant. So they manage all of these famous people. We also have to get into something a little bit more dark. This is Nick. Nick is one of the core characters in my LPS Cinematic Universe. He had a girlfriend. Her name was Crystal. I'll put up a picture of her right here. Him and Crystal were in it to win it, endgame, like, amazing. He's a little bit more, he's pretty outgoing, but my dog, Charlie, I'll put up a picture of Charlie. She chewed up Crystal. So, Crystal was now gone. My dog in real life chewed her up and ate her. So the storyline that me and my best friend Izzy did to explain where Crystal went was we set up the purple cabin LPS house on my dining room table. And all of the friends were on a camping trip. Crystal says she's leaving to go get wood for like the fireplace, and she doesn't return. And so Nick is distraught. And the police LPS came, and they're like, we don't see any sign of her. She might have been attacked. We don't know. There's no body. So basically, Crystal goes missing, ate by my dog. But she goes missing in the LPS Cinematic Universe. And she's never seen again. So, Nick is now super quiet and reserved because he misses his girlfriend. And he has never canonically dated another LPS since. However, the reason that when me and Izzy were playing this LPS scenario, the reason that we didn't have them find her body is because we knew that one day when we were older, we'd probably buy Crystal, like the LPS, again. And then they could reunite. So, yeah. This is the first LPS I got. His name is Blue Clifford. I don't know where he came from. I think I, found him in a park or something. And then, when I met Izzy, she, showed me, for the first time when I met her, she showed me all of her LPS. And I was like, wait a minute. I think I have one of these. And then I showed her this, and she was like, bro. And I was like, bro. And then we played LPS for our whole lives. This is a newer one I got. I didn't have him as a kid. He's from Experiment 42. Obviously, we know Tom Dawson. I forget his name in Experiment 42, though. I haven't watched the show in a long time. This is one of, the douchebags from LPS Popular who's like, ooh, and he laughs like that. This one is Pinkie Pie in my LPS Cinematic Universe. Look at her crazy eyes, and tell me that's not Pinkie Pie. That is. Obviously, we have Nate from LPS Popular. He's also a douchebag. So, this one is fake, but, we still play... Oh! That just happened. Oh, okay. I fixed it. No hate. Well, it doesn't matter because this one's fake anyways, but this one we used to play with too, and obviously we'd make them twins, but then it reminded me they have different eyes, right? Me and Izzy did this one scenario where Anthony got eye cancer because he has got a brown eye and a blue eye, right? So he's like, guys, I have cancer, and they're all like, oh no, and then so basically he gets cancer and then he dies, but then the next time we play, he's just alive again, which I don't really know what constitutes, when we would play LPS, what constituted just forgetting about it and starting over versus having it go on in the story, because Nick's girlfriend died and he been single since. We stood on that, but Anthony having cancer, we're not gonna stand on that though. How do we pick and choose what stays in the storyline and what doesn't? Because also, for a little while, we had a lot of baby LPS. And so for a little while, all the LPS in the hype house got together and had kids. And so they were famous, had kids. They all, babies that never grew up, mind you. The babies always stayed babies. The babies were literally just accessories for some reason. They never grew up. And they also still went to high school, but they were also still living in the hype house and still famous. So they were teen parents, all of them. But we didn't stick with that either. The babies just went away. They had kids and then the kids just went away. So I don't know what that was about either. This one is really important. My neighbor just stared at me. This one's really important. This is Walrus on the toilet. We used to have one of those Little Tykes people, chairs, but it was white and it looked like a toilet. And you know that Vine where it was sitting on the toilet? Whatever. So this was Walrus on the toilet. That was a bit that we had. Yeah. not this one, but the other purple Cocker Spaniel from the old gen used to be my mascot for a little while, and I would make YouTube videos as like a 10-year-old, and then I got in trouble for it because I was like saying my name and my address and shit on the internet, which is like stupid, and this was my mascot for when I would make these LPS videos. But joke's on my mom, because I'm still posting on the internet and I'm still making YouTube videos. This one was Princess Celestia. Pretty self-explanatory. This one was Rainbow Dash. I'm pretty sure they came in the same type of blind bags. But yeah, this was Rainbow Dash and this was Pinkie Pie. Also, this is important. If you guys live in the Midwest, and even better so if you live in Chicago, I will be at the Littlest Pet Shop convention in Chicago on July 18th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm pretty sure. If you want your tickets, you can buy them in the link in the description, because I will be there, and I'm going to be selling some LPS clothes. I think I might be selling some LPS. I don't really know. I might be trading. It kind of just depends. I don't really know what I want to do yet. But if you want to, I think I do want to trade. I don't know if I'll sell any, though. But if you guys want to trade or anything like that, I'll be at the Littlest Pet Shop Expo in Chicago on July 18th. So, yeah.